Hello, myself Dr. Rakesh Gupta, Head of the Department and Associate Professor in the Department of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology. Today I would like to talk about Maharashtra Clinical Establishment Act or Bill. So what do you mean by Clinical Establishment Act? So clinical establishment means any facilities which is dealing with healthcare services like hospitals, diagnostic centers, pathological centers, laboratory services or wellness clinics, etc., etc., etc. So let us understand few definitions which are related to this act. First is authority. What do you mean by authority? Authority means any local registering authority or body which is given permission to set up a hospital, nursing homes or any other healthcare service centers. Second, certificate. Certificate means certificate of permanent registration which is issued under section 30. So when you talk about certificate of permanent registration, it means the recognition or the permission given to a hospital, nursing home, pathology center, laboratory center, wellness clinics, etc., etc., etc. If you talk about certificate of permanent registration, it also means registration which has been given to the person or a doctor who is the in charge of that particular center or who has applied for the hospital, nursing home or wellness clinics or laboratory centers or pathology investigation centers, etc., etc. So let us understand the Clinical Establishment Acts. Clinical establishment actually means a hospital or a maternity home or a nursing home, dispensary or a clinic, sanatorium, wellness clinic, daycare services or center or any institution which are related to offer healthcare services which deals with prevention, diagnosis, treatment or care of any kind of illnesses, injuries, deformities, abnormalities or pregnancy which is being dealt with the help of any kind of system of medicine, whether it is allopathy, homeopathy or Ayurveda or Unani, etc., etc. It is also defined as a place which has been established as an independent entity or part of any establishment which refers it in connection to the prevention, diagnosis or treatment of diseases where pathological, bacteriological, genetic, radiological, chemical, biological investigations or any other diagnostic or investigative services are offered to the local population or the patients or a group of individuals. So basically clinical establishment or a hospital or an organization or a nursing home can be owned, controlled or managed by the following authorities. The first is the government or a department of the government, whether it's a state government or a central government, or a trust, whether it is a public trust or a private trust, a corporation which is registered under a central provisional or a state act, whether it is owned or it is not owned by the government, a local public authority or by any single doctor. So these are all individuals or organization which can control or manage the clinical establishment. Next, we should understand is the emergency medical condition. What do you mean by emergency medical condition? It means a medical condition which is manifesting itself by a form of acute symptoms which are of severity or such a nature that the absence of immediate treatment or medical attention could lead to the risk to the life of that particular individual or place the health of the individual with respect to a pregnant woman or the health of the woman or you can say unborn child can be at the risk of their life. There can be serious impairment of the bodily function of that particular patient or an individual who is suffering, or there can be serious dysfunction of any organ or the part of the body. So anything which is of serious nature or serious intensity which can lead to the risk of that individual life, or the person may die, that all this condition is known as emergency medical condition. Next, we should understand council. What do you mean by council? Council means the state council for the clinical establishment, which is established under section 3. Next, we should understand what you mean by notification. Notification means any form of notification or any form of notice which is published as an official gazette. What do you mean by prescribed? Next, we should understand what is mean by prescribed. Prescribed means the rules and regulations which have been laid down under this particular act by the state government. So that is the meaning of being prescribed. Next, we should understand is recognized system of medicine. This is very important. Recognized system of medicine in the country of India, or India in the various states of India. The recognized system of medicine means allopathy, Ayurveda, homeopathy, yoga, naturopathy, siddha, and Unani. These are all various systems of medicine which have given recognition by the government of India or the state governments, or any other system of medicine as recognized by the respective central or state government or state or central councils. And when you talk about system of medicine, there are followers of those system of medicines, or they are also known as registered medical practitioners of that particular system of medicine, which means any qualified and registered person from that particular recognized system of medicine. So registered medical practitioner is a person who has been qualified and has been registered under the respective council and that of that recognized system of medicine. So this is the meaning of recognized system of medicine and registered medical practitioner. Next we follow is the register. Register means a register which is maintained by the authority or the state government under the section 37 and 38 of this act, which contains the number of clinical establishments which are registered with that particular state government. Registration means to register under section 11, and once this registration is done by that particular hospital or the nursing home or the pathology laboratories, etc. and etc., then the name has been entered in the register which is maintained by the state government. To provide primary emergency first aid measure means with respect to a emergency medical condition which has been specified in the previous sections. The basic agenda is to provide basic primary emergency care or first aid treatment to the person who is in the need, and if at all there are no further facilities available in that particular hospital or nursing home, then the person can be transferred to higher center or facilities which are better equipped, and so that the proper care to the patient can be given. So now we understand what is the State Council for Clinical Establishments. So basically the State Council is nothing, it is a council which has been appointed by the state government, and the State Council consists of the Director of Health Services, which is of the government of Maharashtra, who will be appointed as the chairperson. He is often the ex officio or the person who is been dealing with the Director of Medical Education and Research. So he has been ex chairholder, and that person has been appointed as the chairperson. There is also a co-chairperson appointed along with the chairperson, and there are various representatives from various councils which are nominated individuals. So the individual can be from the Maharashtra Dental Council, or the person can be from the Maharashtra Medical Council, or the person can be from the Maharashtra Nursing Council of India. Then one individual will represent Maharashtra Homeopathic Council, and there will be a person from Maharashtra Council of Indian Medicine. So there are one representative from each of these councils, which is a part of is a part of this particular state council, which has been formed under state government of Maharashtra. There are also representatives from other fields, like paramedical system. There is one representative. There is also one representative from the women's organization, which is working in the health sector. Or there are even representative from the civil societies, which will look into the patient's rights. And there are also individuals which are, or representatives from multi-speciality consultant association, etc., etc., etc. So basically, from all the representatives from various councils and the bodies, they come together and form the state council of clinical establishment. So once the council has been formed, their duty is to look after the smooth functioning of the various procedures which are done under this act, State Council and Establishment Act. So what if they fail to not follow their duties, they can be disqualified. So the disqualification can be on the following grounds. The first reason where the person can be disqualified from the state council is if the person is convicted or has been sentenced to imprisonment for an offence which is, in the opinion of the state government, involves moral and inconsistencies, or there is some crime which has been committed which is reflecting upon the moral values of that person. So that person will be disqualified. Or is an undischarged insolvent, means the person is not able to conduct the duty properly, or the person is not being able to function in a proper manner. So such a person can be discharged or can be disqualified. Or the person is of an unsound mind or stands mentally unhealthy or not mentally not fit as declared by a competent authority or a competent court. Or the disqualification can be on the basis where the person has been terminated from the services of the government or any corporation who or is been removed by the respective council. So in any of these headings, if the person is being disqualified, then the person will not be a part of the state council. So now let us understand what is the functioning of the state council. State council shall carry forward the following functions. First is to classify the clinical establishments into different categories. Second is to develop the templates for developing minimum standards which needs to be followed by clinical establishments by appointing various committees, and then we should review those developments or review the performance of those communities or committees periodically. Then determine within a period of 2 years from its establishment the first set of standards for ensuring proper healthcare by the clinical establishments. Next, safeguard the interest of the patients and healthcare providers. The next function is develop the data which is relevant to the public health and statistics periodically, and it should be submitted to higher authorities so that the national level health statistics or health programs can be designed. Next, compile and publish a state register of clinical establishments within 2 years from the date of commencement of this particular act or the appointment of the committee or the council. Next, hearing of the appeals from the first appellate authority. Then, sending periodic returns for updating national register for clinical establishments. Then publication on annual basis of a report on the status of the implementation of the act. So there has to be a periodically or annual basis publication. Next, direct to cancel registration of such clinical establishments where there is imminent danger to public health and the safety of the patients and the staff. Then suggest to the state government the penalty to be implied or applied on the concerned offence for the various categories of the clinical establishments, which would include the nature, size and the location. Next, perform any other function which is determined by the state government from time to time. Next, notify data relevant to public health which is mandatorily provided by clinical establishments, including their periodicities and formats, and make it available in public domain. So these are various functions which a state council which has been appointed under this particular act has to deliver. The state councils may appoint any other person who are not the member of the state council or the committee as declared by them, not exceeding for more than 2 years, whose assistance or advice can be taken or can be utilized for various special matters or particular matters. So the state council has the power to take or seek advice or assistance from an outside person. Let us go to the chapter 3, which deals with conditions and authorities for registration. So what are the local registering authorities? So let us understand where the clinical establishment, where we can go and register under Clinical Establishment Act. So first is the local registering authorities. For municipal corporation areas, the medical officer of health of municipal corporation is the chairperson. Then the deputy medical officer health of the municipal corporation becomes the member secretary. And the third is the medical officer delegated with the subject appointed by the chairman or the chairperson is a member. So these are the local registering authority in the areas which is coming under jurisdiction of the municipal corporation. The next, if the area is under municipality area, then the civil surgeon becomes the chairman, additional civil surgeon becomes the member secretary, and the medical officer which has been appointed by the chairman becomes the member. So this is a team of 3 for municipality areas. For other than municipality areas, then the district health officer becomes the chairman, additional district health officer becomes the member secretary, and the medical officer which has been appointed by the chairman becomes a member of that particular registering authority body. So this is the various area bifurcation which leads to registering easily, which helps to register easily. One can register the hospital or the pathology center or the wellness center or the clinic or the nursing home through these registering authorities. So let us understand the function of these registering authorities. The first is to grant, renew, suspend or cancel the registration of any clinical establishment. This is the first and foremost function. Second is enforce compliance of the provisions of the Act and the rules which are being made under this Act. Then third, investigate complaints of breach of the provisions of the Act or the rules made under this particular Act and take appropriate action. Then next, prepare and submit the reports which are periodically of such nature as directed by the State Council. Next, report to the State Council on the quarterly basis the action taken against non-registered clinical establishments. Next, perform such other function as may be prescribed. So these are the various functions or the duties of local registering authorities. State government would provide the local registering authorities with required manpower, finance, or any other resources which are mandatory for carrying out the above mentioned functions or duties. So registration for the clinical establishment. So it is a law that no person shall run a clinical establishment unless it has been duly registered in accordance with the provision of this particular act. Condition for registration and continuation. For temporary registration, any continuation, every clinical establishment shall fulfill the criteria of minimum qualification and registration of the concerned person under management of clinical establishment. Second, owner on the clinical establishment shall undertake to appoint qualified and registered person of concerned category to run the clinical establishment. In case of non-compliance, it will be responsibility of the owner. For permanent registration and continuation, every clinical establishment shall fulfill the following conditions, namely: first, the minimum standards of facilities and services as may be prescribed. Second, the minimum qualification and requirement of the personnel as may be prescribed. Third, the provision for maintenance of the records and reporting as may be prescribed. Next, observation of Charter of Patients' Rights and Responsibility as may be prescribed. Next, availability of rates of facilities and services. Next, such other condition as may be prescribed. Compliance with the standards of safety, infection control and standard treatment guidelines as may be prescribed. Standard treatment guidelines as prescribed should be followed, for which treating doctors will be responsible. So these are various things which needs to be fulfilled for the registration certificate to be issued. The section 13 states the clinical establishment of different systems shall be classified into such categories as may be suggested by the State Council from time to time. Then, standards of clinical establishments. The State Council shall, within a period of 2 years from its establishment, may prescribe first set of standards of clinical establishments, provided that in prescribing the standards for clinical establishment, the state government shall have regard to the local conditions. So this is very important, which we need to understand. So let us go on chapter 4, which deals with procedure for provisional and permanent registration. So first thing which we should understand is the application for provisional certificate of registration. All clinical establishments in Maharashtra shall be registered with the authority under the provision of this act and rules made thereunder. For the purpose of registration of the clinical establishment under section 10, an application in the prescribed pro forma along with the prescribed fees shall be made to the authority. Next, the application shall be filed in person or by post or online. In charge of the clinical establishment who will apply for registration of the clinical establishment should be minimum qualified and registered person of concerned council. In case of company, owner shall apply. However, the qualified person to manage the clinical establishment is necessary. The application should contain details of the qualified and registered personnel wherever applicable and as prescribed. So it means even if the owner is applying for the permission, then the registration details of the qualified person who is going to manage that particular clinical establishment is mandatory. Next, the application shall be made in such form and shall be accompanied by such details as may be prescribed under this act or rules made thereafter or thereunder. If any clinical establishment is in existence at the time of the commencement of this act, an application for its registration shall be made within 1 year from the date of commencement of this act, and a clinical establishment which comes into existence after the commencement of this act shall apply for permanent registration within a period of 6 months from the date of its establishment. I think this particular section is quite clear. So issuing provisional certificate, the authority should issue the provisional certificate within a period of 30 days from the date of the receipt of such application. Grant to the applicant a certificate of provisional registration in such form and containing the particulars and information as may be prescribed. If provisional registration is not granted within 30 days, the clinical establishment shall be deemed to be registered. So this is very important. So within 30 days they need to get the registration. Next, the authority shall not conduct any inquiry prior to the grant of the provisional registration. However, it should be verified by the authority that the concerned person applying for the provisional registration of the clinical establishment shall be registered medical practitioner of the concerned category of the clinical establishment. Next, notwithstanding the grant of the provisional certificate of registration, the authority shall publish in such manner as may be prescribed all the particulars of the clinical establishment. Next, validity of the provisional registration. It is under section 23. Every provisional registration shall be valid to the last day of the 12th month from the date of issue of the certificate of the registration, and such registration shall be renewable for next 1 year. The provisional or the permanent certificate shall be kept affixed in a conspicuous place in the clinical establishment in such manner so as to be visible to everyone visiting such establishment. So the display of the certificate of registration should be done properly so that it can be seen by any person who is visiting the clinical establishment. In case the certificate is lost, destroyed, mutilated or damaged, the authority shall issue a duplicate certificate on the request of the clinical establishment and on the payment of the fees which has been fixed for that particular process. The certificate of the clinical establishment registration is non-transferable. So this is very important. The certificate of registration shall be non-transferable. In the event of change of the ownership or the management, the clinical establishment shall inform the authority of such change in such a manner as may be prescribed. In the event of the category or location or on ceasing to function as a clinical establishment, the certificate of registration in respect of such clinical establishment shall be surrendered to the authority, and the clinical establishment shall apply afresh for grant of certificate of registration. So if there is any change in the ownership or the management, there has to be a reapplication for the certificate of registration. In the event of addition of the facility to the clinical establishment, it should be informed to the authority immediately after of such event. Difference in registration fees as prescribed may be paid to the authority within 30 days. Next section deals with publication of expiry of the registration. Section 22. The authority shall also cause to be published within such time and in such a manner as may be prescribed the names of the clinical establishment whose provisional and permanent registration has expired. Section 23. The application for the renewal of the registration shall be made 30 days before the expiry of the validity of the certificate of the provisional registration, and in case the application for renewal is made after the expiry of the provisional registration, the authority shall allow renewal of the registration on payment of such enhanced fees as may be prescribed. So then they may add extra money or extra fees as a fine so that the renewal of the registration can be done. Time limit for the provisional registration. Where the clinical establishment in respect of which standards have been notified by the state government, provisional registration shall not be granted or renewed beyond the period of 3 years from the date of notification of the standards in case of the clinical establishment which came into existence before the commencement of this act. So that means the provisional registration act certificate will not be renewed beyond 3 years. The period of 2 years from the date of notification of the standards for clinical establishment, which comes into existence after the commencement of this act. So in case if the act is in place and you apply for the registration, the provisional registration will not be renewed beyond 2 years. So that means after that you have to go for a permanent registration. So now the application for the permanent registration. Application for the permanent registration of the clinical establishment shall be made to the authority in form, manner and fees as may be prescribed under this particular act. The application for permanent registration shall be filed in person or by post or by online by the owner of the clinical establishment of that particular premises. The application should also contain the details of the qualified and the registered personnel wherever applicable. Verification of the application for the permanent registration. The clinical establishment shall submit evidence of having complied with the prescribed minimum standards in such a manner as prescribed under this particular act, so that the that particular clinical establishment can be given permanent registration. Display of information. As soon as the clinical establishment submits the required evidence of having complied with the prescribed minimum standards, the authority shall cause to be displayed for information of the public for a period of 30 days before processing for the grant of permanent registration. The authority may cause inspection if necessary. They can call for the inspection if necessary, if there is any doubt. Next, standards for permanent registration. Permanent registration shall be granted only when a clinical establishment fulfills the prescribed standards for the registration by the state government. Allowing or disallowing of registration. The authority shall pass an order immediately after the expiry of the prescribed period and within the next 30 days thereafter, allowing the application for permanent registration or disallowing the application, or no action on the part of the authority for 60 days will result in deemed registration of the clinical establishment, provided that the authority shall record its reason and communicate to the applicant if it disallows an application for permanent registration. So that means it has to be within the 30 days of the expiry of the registration, whether the permanent registration can be given to that particular setup or no. And in case if the authority is not able to explain for 60 years, for 60 days, then it is considered that that clinical establishment is been registered. But in case the authority gives the justification for not allowing the registration or for not allowing the permanent registration, then this is no more true. Certificate of permanent registration. The authority under section 30, the authority shall, if allows an application of the clinical establishment, issue a certificate of permanent registration in such form and containing such particulars as may be prescribed. The certificate of permanent registration will be valid for a period of 5 years from the date of issue. Next, the application for the renewal of the permanent registration shall be made within 3 months before the expiry of the validity of the certificate of permanent registration. And in case the application of renewal is not submitted within the stipulated period, the authority may allow the renewal of registration on payment of such enhanced fees and penalties as may be prescribed. Compliance for provisional and permanent registration. The disallowing of an application for provisional and permanent registration shall not debar a clinical establishment from reapplying after the compliance for the permanent registration under section 25 and after providing the evidences, if required, of rectifying the deficiencies within 30 days. So that means if once the person has been disallowed and if the person is ready to rectify the following deficiencies within 30 days, then it can be reconsidered. If any time after any clinical establishment has been provisionally registered, registration may be cancelled or suspended by the authority or the state government if the criteria of qualification and registration of the person entrusted within the management of the clinical establishment are not complied with, if there is imminent danger to the safety of the patients by the clinical establishment, the person entrusted with the management of the clinical establishment has been convicted of an offence under any medical acts. If at any time after any clinical establishment has been permanently registered, registration can be cancelled or suspended by the authority or the state government if the condition of registration are not being complied with, if there is imminent danger to the safety of the patients by the clinical establishment, the person entrusted with the management of the clinical establishment has been convicted of an offence punishable under this act, refer under section 39. It may issue a notice to the clinical establishment to show cause within 3 months time as to why its registration under this act shall not be cancelled for the reasons to be mentioned in the notice. This shall apply to the clinical establishment who is given provisional and permanent registration as well. If after giving a reasonable opportunity to the clinical establishment, the authority is satisfied that there has been a breach of any of the provisions of this act or the rules which are under this act, it may issue an order without prejudice to any other action that it may take against such clinical establishment, cancel its registration. If there has been a form of appeal made by the clinical establishment immediately on the expiry of the period prescribed, then such appeal can be dismissed from the date of the order of such dismissal, provided that the authority after cancellation of the registration for the reasons to be recorded in writing may restrain immediately the clinical establishment from carrying on if there is imminent danger to the health and safety of the patients. Inspection of the registered clinical establishment. The authority or the officers authorized by it shall have the right to cause an inspection of or any inquiry in respect of any clinical establishment to be made by such multi-member inspection team as prescribed, as it may direct and to cause an inquiry to be made in respect of any other matter connected with the clinical establishment or the establishment shall be entitled to be represented thereat with due notice. So there will be an inspection done in order to make an inquiry if there is any doubt, or there will be an opportunity given to the clinical establishment to showcase their case and to give a proper presentation. The authority shall communicate to the clinical establishment the views of that authority with reference to the results of such inspection or inquiry, and may, after ascertaining the opinion of the clinical establishment thereon, advise that establishment upon the action to be taken. So authority can take action if there is any wrongdoing from the clinical establishment. Similarly, they can apply some form of fees or penalties or fine. But there are also appellate authorities for clinical establishment. The government shall by notification constitute the appellate body for clinical establishment for each district of the state. So appellate authorities for municipal corporation area is the commissioner of municipal corporation is the chairman, assistant director of the medical from the deputy director office is a member secretary. Then there can be class 1 officer from the corporation other than MOH member, one representative of Indian Medical Association and one representative from Ayush member, one representative from NGO working for health member, and one representative from women's organization. So they can be an appellate authority in the municipal corporation area. Similarly, there is also a group, a body which is for other than municipal corporation area, that will constitute the appellate authority. So here we conclude about the State Clinical Establishment Act. In the next session, we will talk about the register of the clinical establishments.